camps and when I teach, I try to, a lot of the big thing in this sport is trying to have your #1 move. Okay, every wrestler, I think, on the top level, at some point, they have their favorite takedown or their go-to takedown. When you ask them, you know, if there's 30 seconds left, you got to get a takedown to win the match. What are you going to do? I think most of the top wrestlers now have their go-to move. They know what they're going to do. Maybe if they don't hit that, they know their second favorite move that they're going to try after that. And I think that approach helped me later on in my college career. When I started out, I had all this variety, all this like crazy stuff I learned in high school, and I was trying to attack both sides of the body, and I don't know, just like my coaches are just, they simplified it and said, find out what you're good at, stick to that, and get so good at it that even though a guy knows you're good at it, you can still hit it on him. And that's what the best wrestlers are trying to do. So I developed, I'm really good at underhook. I have an underhook series that I want to show you guys. I was a 2-time All-American in college. I took 3rd my junior year. And then I redshirted after that year, wrestled on the Olympic cycle, and wrestled at the Olympic trials in 2012. And then this last year I took 2nd. Lost the close one in the finals. But every match I think in college that I won, I hit my underhook shot. So like the only matches I lost are the matches I didn't get my underhook. So I got pretty successful at it. And I have different options. So hopefully it pleases everybody. How I started, the easiest way to get into an underhook for me is to just snap the head. Wrestlers have a tendency when you snap their head, when the head goes down, they kind of lose their sight of you, and it's natural, it's a reaction to kind of reach up a little bit, just like that. Okay, they'll reach up, or their elbows will come out just a little bit. So I come in, I'm left-handed, so I like to get a left-handed underhook. So I come in and I collar tie with my right hand, right here I collar tie, and I snap his head right on the top of his head. Right there, right where that cowlick is, right up on top. Snap it, and then I'm digging my underhook right here. I come in, snap, underhook. And I like a big underhook where I'm kind of hip to hip to a guy, right here. I know some guys like to pull it down and work right here. Okay. I like to drive into a guy a little bit and get it up, out of position. A lot of guys are uncomfortable here. So I like to cup his shoulder right here with my hand, and I'm lifting my elbow. I try to get my elbow pointed towards the ceiling, right there. If I don't, he's gonna clamp down on that overhook, and then I'm gonna get stuck, and I'm gonna have a tough time scoring. So right away, I gotta get my underhook up high, just right there in good position. And most of the motion in underhooks, I don't want to be pushing into a guy so much. He's going to hit a wizard kick or maybe a fireman's, some throws. You know, you don't want to get stuck in that nasty stuff. So I like to pull a lot. I pull and circle this way to get him to step that side, or I'll pull and circle away from him here. Those are my 2 main motions from an underhook. That I try to do right here. So I just come in, move this guy a little bit, snap, underhook right here. Get it nice and high. My first option I go to, I always try it because it's really low risk. I know if it's there, I hit it. If it's not there, I'll go to something else, and it's just a throw by single leg. I'll snap. Underhook, I go right away before he clamps down on this overhook. I step this back leg in, and I throw right here, right to my underhook. And I like to, I think of it as if I'm a puppet, and I had a string connected to my elbow and my knee, they're going up at the same time right there. So I step my back foot in, and I'm throwing it by. and I try to throw it back the direction I came. So if I'm stepping in this way, I throw it back the opposite direction. There. You get the weight on that foot and weight off this leg, so I can grab this with my single leg. So that's my first option. Coming in, snap, underhook, step in, bye. Right there. My next option is really similar. It's one of my most successful moves that I do. And it's the same thing, but it's from my knees. And I hit this when guys clamp down on my underhook. So I snap, I get an underhook, and this time he's really strong. He beat me to the punch, so I can't throw it by because he's too heavy. He's too strong there, and his elbow's down. So this time, I step in with my lead leg, which is my left leg right here. I step in, and I'm dropping to my right knee right there. Just like that. And when I drop down, it takes the pressure off my shoulder, and it will get the weight going by me this way. Right there. If I hit it fast, underhook, I step, and drop down right here. And how I finish it is I pinch this leg with my knees right there as it comes by me. So I snap, underhook, I step, lead leg, down to my knee, right here. This leg, I'm pinching it with my knees, and it helps me change off to my backside double right here. If I don't, you know, everyone has those times where you throw by, and you catch a guy's foot right here, and he kicks out, and you miss it, and you say, oh darn, I missed it. Okay, which is, I don't like to miss opportunities to score. So if you pinch that leg when it comes by, the more you work this move, the better you get at it. You come in, you snap, underhook, I step in, right here. In the hand that I throw by, the motion, I'm throwing it up, and then I'm getting it down fast. You don't want this hand stuck up on his back. I don't want to get wizard here, right here, and I don't want to throw it all the way by and get my hand stuck on the mat there either. So I throw it fast, right here, throw it, and then it comes back down next to my body. Like when Jordan was teaching earlier on his shots, he likes his elbows down to the sides. So I'm throwing it by, right here, and then I'm getting it down so I don't get stretched out. So that's my second option. Got a throw by single, and then I got my drop to a knee right there, single leg. The next one is I go ankle pick, okay, where I snap, underhook right here, and this time I step in with my back leg again, and I just kick out this near leg right here. And it's just like starting a lawnmower, or kickstart, like a motorbike, or kickstart, where you just pop it. And I'm popping his thigh, his quadricep with my hamstring. I pop it up right here, and then I step all the way across with this foot. So I step in, kick it, and then I'm blocking his far foot with this leg. If a guy is already leading really heavy with that outside foot, okay, it makes it even easier because I don't have to kick out that leg. Right here I can just step, I step my back leg in. Right here I step my back leg in, and then I step behind, right there. Matt's a little big, so might like look a little different on him, but I'm stepping right there. And I'm flexing my foot up right here just to catch his foot for a split second before I grab his ankle. Right there. And my transition from my underhook goes up from his being on his shoulder to across his back right here. Because I don't want to get stuck up again up top. So I go across his back This one's really good if you need big points, because I'll end up with that bottom leg on my finish right here. I'll go down, the legs are split, and I can table it right there. If he turns this way, obviously go bottom leg cradle. If he turns out the other way, I'll keep those legs split, climb the body, get that bottom shoulder. So that's the ankle pick. Next one I like to do is a high crotch. In this one I do circle and I pull the head down. A lot of coaches teach this. This is a really good position, okay? I'm right on his collar, okay, turned out, and I'm kind of pushing down and away from myself right here as I'm circling in. It makes him step heavy on that far leg, which makes the near leg easier to attack. So right here, I'm circling in, and then I hit my high crotch with my penetration step, the outside leg step right here. See that? It's different. It's not a regular, I'm not shooting and stepping in and then driving up. I'm doing it all at once because I'm close enough that I want to just get to my feet as fast as I can. So I just hit right here. Boom. All in one motion. So I'm circling in right here. I feel it. To my feet. That's a really hard one to teach your kids, because they have this motion ingrained in them from when they were little, right there, and you're skipping a step, you're stepping with the outside foot. That's that. But for this high crotch, I'm close enough that I feel like it's more effective to get to my feet faster, and I can drive up through a guy, so I don't have to penetrate as deep. I just want to get in on the leg as fast as I can. So there's that one, and then I saved the last one is probably my best one from Underhook. This is one, probably my top move, I guess. I try it almost every match. The motion's really difficult. What I do is I get an underhook, and then I like my inside tie on the far side right here. Inside tie. You can also do it from an over-under. It works here, but I feel like it's easier if I'm here with the inside tie. And I almost let him, a lot of kids feel like they need to get head position with an underhook, and they get buried in here, and then they have no room to shoot. Their head gets stuck. So when I wrestle, I like to kind of float it out here. I'm not burying my head, so I have room to move, and I can attack both sides of the body. So on this move, I go underhook, inside tie, and I step. I take a little jab step to the outside right here. Jab step, and as I do that, I'm dropping my head and my chest to the far shoulder, the far hip, right there. I want to block his hip. I'm stepping across his body, and I'm dropping my level. I step across, drop my level, and I'm almost passing this elbow across, like an elbow pass right there. And it's a two-step move. That's the first step. I step across, get my head down, my level low, and then I step this foot in, right here. I step, and then I'm stepping right there into my single leg. So I step, first step across, step across, and then I'm stepping deep, right there, behind his leg. If you hit it good enough, sometimes you can catch the guy with his arm gets stuck at his side, and you lift that leg up, and he can't defend himself. So in freestyle, you can get 3 points a lot. Going here, the guy goes down to his back. So you have a wrestler that prefers a double leg will work there too. Right here. Move the double. I just like the single leg better because if a guy squares up, he's going to give you that leg. So you end up there anyway. Right here. I don't want to get stretched out and lose everything right here. And then get stuck in a bad position going for a double leg. So I go single. And that's really my top options from underhook. I also have a double leg. It's just a quick pull double leg where you snap, underhook. I like to tie. I really like any tie that you get from underhook. I like to get an inside tie. Inside tie or a wrist, right here. But I like that inside tie because I feel like I can pull a guy better here. So that's one of the basic motions, pulling right here. Pulling, pulling. So if I'm in an inside tie, I feel like I can pull him better. So if this guy, he knows my best moves, this single leg, and I attack this leg a lot and he's leading with the other leg and he squares up really hard, I'll hit, it's just a quick step and I'm squatting right here, and I throw. It's a throwing motion where I'm throwing him over myself. It's almost like a duck under, right here. Inside tie, underhook, I step in and I'm squatting right here and throwing the guy past me with my double leg. So one more time, I snap, underhook, inside tie, I'm stepping with my outside leg, and then I'm squatting right down, right here, into my shot. So that's my underhook series. Growing up, I had a lot of international coaches from all over the world that coached me growing up. So you guys notice I do a lot of like kind of unorthodox stuff, like pinching the leg or like a lot of kickouts or like foot sweep type motions. So it's a little unorthodox, but I hope you guys pick a couple things up. I think Matt's got a series he wants to go over next, and then we'll go.